explosion of 50 years of pent-up aspirations. And if you want to know what India feels like today, it's very simple. Pull out a champagne bottle, shake it for an hour, then take the cork off. You don't want to get in the way of that cork.
We did a similar look at China a few months back, and comparing the two, it's interesting. In China, a few Communist Party leaders snap their fingers and a highway gets built. In India, all this growth is coming from the street up. In fact, one author told me our economy grows while our government sleeps.
Ranks way below all its neighbors, at the 122nd position in a ranking of 181 countries. Singapore tops the list, followed by New Zealand and the USA. India is in fact slipping. It has fallen lower from last year's ranking of 120, while China has moved up to 83 from 90 last year. India also stands second from bottom in a list of 181 countries known to enforce contracts.
But if you sit here long enough and just watch, there's a method that emerges from the madness. Transactions, rituals, patterns. It's the same sort of self-organizing system scientists observe in anthills and beehives. Somehow, against all odds, things get done. And this might just be the secret to future success. C.K. Prahalad is an Indian-born American and a renowned business consultant. He says we should look at this grit and chaos not with pity, but with respect and fear, because this is the training ground for the next wave of global titans.
Every kid here who is walking around is getting trained to be entrepreneur, to hustle, and to get a little bit more than what he or she has. If you look at this, you're unlikely to see that this is a place where people are going to get educated on how to use computers.
Right, it doesn't look like much.
In other words, I think this is a metaphor for India. What you see outside is not what is inside.
You're a small and medium entrepreneur and you want to start a business and you need to pay that cost simply to register your company even before you do any investment, that's a lot of money.
Many say it's a poor commentary on India's ability to attract manufacturing investments into the country. But on the brighter side stand some positives such as investor protection, in which India is relatively better off.
It's not so much that India has done something that negatively affects, it's more that it hasn't done enough and other countries have done more.
Because the next phase of growth will happen from small and medium enterprises, which today produce approximately 40% of our GDP.
That 1/5 of humanity in India, we're living like the people of Iraq today, blowing each other up in their houses of worship every other day and on the street. How different our world would be. So to me, India is a miracle.
बहुत अच्छा